Let's see how long this takes to get through this shit. Of course, I saw Underworld Blood Wars. Thanks to Jacob for all the nice stuff he sent in the past. So again, these reviews are for him if he's watching. Does he want me to review these? Hopefully they're okay. If not, I apologize. But Underworld Blood Wars, I'll admit, rewatching some of these I liked, especially like the second one, Evolution. I liked the fourth one, Awakening. The first one is eh. The third one I did not like. And I thought, man, this has got to be better than the third one. I don't think it is. I think this is the worst one. Underworld Blood Wars is so pointless, so useless, so empty, so... I don't even know. I mean, other than money, what was the point of this movie? At times, it feels like Kate Beckinsale isn't really the focal point of the movie. I don't know if it's her acting. I don't know if it's because, there's one point for 10 minutes she disappears, and then it seems like more of the focus of this other guy, which had some... He was in Underworld Awakening a little bit, but the little bit was fine. Here, he has much more screen time, which was a mistake. This guy... Oh, what the hell is his name? I think the character's name was David. What was it? Theo... Is it Theo Jones? I can't fucking remember. I think Theo James, not Jones, as David. I don't give a fuck about this guy. Yeah, okay, fine, he was in a little bit of Underworld Awakening. But here he's like much more upfront, and he's not that much of an actor, and it's not that much of a character. And again, it almost seems like Kate Beckinsale is taking a few steps back. And granted, it's not like she's in it only for 5 minutes and disappears for a half hour. No, but it just felt that way. Maybe it's just me. The editing felt off. It seems like sometimes scenes were cut right when someone ends a sentence. For example, normal editing. It's, let's say, we gotta go out for some smokes. Someone will go, we gotta go out for some smokes. Cut. In this movie, we gotta go out for some smokes. And sometimes it's, I swear, well, nah, I won't swear on that, but it almost felt like some, are you gonna cut before he finishes the sentence? Is that what happened? No? Okay. You're cutting it close. Maybe I'm the only one that felt that way, but just... And the story really didn't tell anything. I mean, one of the things I liked about Underworld Awakening, the last one, was that it was just a fucking... It's like the directors of that film said, fuck this, let's just make an hour and 18 minutes without the end credits. Action, action, action. She's fucking up humans. She's doing this in a garage. They're throwing cars. She's dodging. Boom, boom, boom. And it seemed like different type of locations and different sort of kind of story and direction. And then here it's right back to really pretentious dialogue. I didn't see a lot of pretentious dialogue in Underworld Awakening because it's like, it's almost as if they cut most of that shit out. It's just like, okay, they got some dialogue, go to the action, go to action. Here it's, oh, now the war, vampires, werewolves, the war, the right back to the war again. Like in the previous one, it's like, fine, great, it's not about the war anymore. Now it's, okay, we gotta deal with these humans and what they're doing. Now it's kind of a backseat. It's the kid she had in the last one, she's hidden. She's hidden so good that Kate Beckinsale doesn't even know. Because that way someone will make her lead to her kid. She does this motorcycle chase that's poorly directed because it keeps blacking out. Like she's going on a motorcycle and then it blacks out. Then she's on a motorcycle and then it blacks out. Then a motorcycle and then it blacks out. Then she gets caught, a little bit of fighting, shooting. This guy hits a wolf with his car, and it's the David character, Theo James. And the werewolves have a new leader. like Lucian, but this guy's more of a dick. And they're coming on up again. And this time, instead of Michael, they want his blood. It's the daughter. They want her blood. And then Kate Beckinsale and the guy goes to the guy's dad, Charles Dance's place, and there's this coven and vampires, and this female is on the council and talks about the council, and they're in this posh mansion again, just like the first movie. And I'm like, God, now we're going back to this. At least in the last one, it was just, here's a regular room, here's a laboratory, here's garages out on the street. It's not posh vampires and fucking mansions and having parties. And I'm not going to say it felt like a remake of the first one, but it's like, no, you're going backwards, you're not going forwards. I can't even talk right. Heavy exposition dialogue. Every fucking piece of dialogue was just explaining shit, trying to feed so much fucking information to your brain, it's ready to leak like it's battery fucking acid. I might as well swallow battery fucking acid and watch this fucking movie again. This one guy had been shot. I know his name is David, but I'll just call him the actor Theo. I don't know why, because why not? Theo got hit with a tracer. They just found out the vampires want Kate Beckinsale to train them because they're one of the last covens, and there's one weird scene where I guess it's supposed to be hot, but more like hot to trot, as in I want to leave the fucking room, where this female council makes this guy eat her out, literally eat her pussy. I'm like, okay, I can just watch. There's many videos on the internet I could just watch for this, and they'd be better. And, shorter. But even the running time, it'd be a better time usage of me than this fucking flick. So you think he's going to get... She's supposed to train these people, fights this guy in the cell. She gets cut, she gets paralyzed. And you realize some of the vampires, the female council bitch and her buck boy, they shoot all the recruits. And they're going to blame it on her, or just blame it on the rain. Yeah. And then they're going to try to bleed Kate dry. I fucking forgot why they were doing that. But then Theo saves her, and Charles Dance saves her, and Charles Dance gives him time to escape. He gets killed. Theo and Kate go on a train to this coven up north, to go up river. Kate bites his ass so hard. It's a different movie. Goes to this group of people who loves to wear white, and they're out in the cold. And this guy's mother, Theo's mother, was a high elder. One of the vampires that was killed in the train in the first movie. And then there's this thing where you can go in the water, and she is becoming. I'm like, are you sure you're not coming? Because everyone's fucking white as hell, white as cum stains. But, she's becoming, and that'll lead to later. Coven's attack. Kate Beckinsale gets her ass kicked, which just, I'm like, I don't buy her ass getting kicked. I mean, I know what you find out later about the blood this new Lycan is taking. But I'm thinking, she fought, in the second movie, this high, powerful elder with wings, which looked cool. It was a cool villain. And in the last movie, she fought this like super gigantic werewolf and fucked him up. But then this lame ass villain, I thought it was a lame fucking villain. And the acting wasn't that much either. She gets her ass kicked. This vampire chick is with him. stabs Kate Beckinsale. She falls to the ground, then she slips into the water. Later on, gets found and gets put into this water because she's going to be becoming, and then disappears for the film for like 10 minutes. So Theo can take a fucking sword, go back to his place, say, I'm really the king of this bitch. This bitch, vampire bitch, should get the fuck out of my face. She's a two-timing bitch. And the werewolves go after, and you get some very boring gunplay. And that's the thing, like the last film had some really fun action scenes. Like the director seemed like they knew what they were doing in filming these action scenes. Even simple stuff like let Kate Beckinsale go straight through and just cut like 4 people's necks. Blood, blood, blood. Here is just boring gunplay, like people just shoot, da da da. Camera, blah blah blah. Camera, blah 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 blah. It's just fucking boring. Taking a piss is fucking more exciting than watching this fucking gun battle. And then Kate Beckinsale has come back, and she brought some of the people who love to wear white, and now she has the powers of the Flash. That's the thing, like, when you become, I guess you become the Flash, because you're even, like, flying around like a ghost, or like the Flash. And she's got, like, I don't know, she got some stuff on her hair, too. Like some gray or white in her hair. Theo is fighting that vampire bitch. Kate's fighting the werewolf guy. She finds out that that guy killed Scott Speedman, the character from the first 2 movies. So if you did like that character, boo fucking who, you're shit out of luck because now that character is dead. So this whole looking for Michael, Scott Speedman's character, was pointless. And the final battle is lame. She gets punched a shitload. One time she dodges, rips the guy's spine out. This movie has a lot of crappy CGI, too. Maybe it's just me, but it seemed like this had less practical effects than some of the earlier movies. And now she's back with the vampires, and she's one of the 3 elders. Her, fucking Theo, the character of David, and then one of the women that helped him that's with the people in white coats. And then this weird last shot where she sees her daughter coming towards her. So I guess they're going to be together again. And then there's talks of making another one? Why? Like, what did this story really tell? It was another, here's a vampire that wants to fuck over her vampire clan. Oh, you mean like the asshole in the first movie, who's part of the vampire clan but wanted to fuck him over by working with this head of a vampire. And this guy, at least in the first film, Michael Sheen, I thought he did a good job acting. This guy fucking sucks. And then, what did this story tell? What was the point? Where did it go? What did we learn before? I mean, what did we learn now that we didn't know before? How did it progress the story? That's what I'm getting at. Where's the progression? No, nothing there. Kate Beckinsale felt like she was almost not totally in the background, but like starting to get pushed to the background. Maybe not running time wise, but it just felt like that to me. The CGI was piss poor. You would think, I mean, fuck. It seems like since the first movie, the CGI parts haven't gotten better, which is ridiculous. Fucking, I mean, it says 2016, but technically this came out 2017, earlier this year. Should be no excuse for that. And just, I don't give a fuck about this David guy played by Theo. Making him a bigger part of the movie was a mistake. The cop from the previous movie, Michael Ealy, who I liked, he's disappeared. He's nowhere in the film. This whole idea in the previous film where humans were going after them, that's pretty much forgotten. It's back to vampires versus werewolves. Even that shit's lame in this movie. It's like a lame reject of the first movie. And now, like, you gotta keep giving Kate Beckinsale powers. That's like Resident Evil movies where they kept giving Mila Jovovich powers. Then one time she had Jedi mind powers. Then they took them away. Then they brought them back. But now, not really. And it's just... That's what I'm just... Piss poor writing. It was boring. It didn't have the fast, fuck it, let's just have an action extravaganza like the previous film. I mean, some people said that they thought this was better than the last film. I disagree. I just don't see it. Without the end credits, that Underworld Awakening here is an hour and 18 minutes of Kate Beckinsale kicking ass, kicking human ass, kicking werewolf ass, battle among battle, straightforward story, not too much boring Shakespearean exposition like your fucking Hamlet. Here, it just... Fuck, man. Boring as hell. Pointless. Pretentious at times. Many times. And there's not one single action scene worth a shit. If you love the film, name me one. If you love the film, that's fine. But please, name me one action scene worth a shit. One action scene. One. One action scene that got your blood pumping. One action scene that made you go, yeah! One piece of dialogue. One new character. A new character they brought in. I didn't name it with this one. I liked Michael Ealy, his character, the detective. This first introduced the Charles Dance character. What new characters did they introduce that were cool? What new story ideas? What, her being the Flash now? That's not cool to me. That's lame. Name one great action piece, action bit. I think the action was lame, the pacing was boring. Kate Beckinsale, I didn't feel her in this movie. Again, the other guy getting more screen time, more up front, was a mistake. The new villain, the new Lycan guy, he was a piss poor character. And yeah, this was... Because at least with the third one, I don't like the third one at all. Michael Sheen as the lead guy, at least he was a decent actor in the movie. And a decent character that deserved a better movie. It deserved a movie of its own, with more practical effects, that had an actual ending, not this bullshit, well, we can't end it because you have all these other movies, so you can't kill that person off, you can't do this. But at least this one, I can't think of a single good thing to say about it. Not a single. I think it's easily the worst of the Underworld films. And I think it's just a piece of shit. It's a piece of boring, pretentious, dialogue expository bullshit. Plain simple. Fuck this flick. On my dick. See you guys later. Next up will be the start of my marathon on the late, great Toby Hooper. See you guys later. Bye-bye.